Hi everyone, welcome back. For those of you joining for the first time, my name is Eric, and we're happy to have you here with us at Swing Big. Swing Big is a crowdsourced conversation with the purpose of reawakening and redefining masculinity, and not just to make us better, but to make the world a better place for the ones we love most. So aside from laying the groundwork last week, I put two questions in front of the group. Who are you, and how are you living life? I believe one of the keys to success in this conversation is me being fully transparent and vulnerable, so I will go first. So who am I, and how am I living my life? I've heard the best way to introduce yourself is to detail out who you want to be in 10 years, so I'll give that a shot. I'm Eric. I'm a covert but magnetic Christian who is passionate about trailblazing a better way of life. I'm strong physically, mentally, and emotionally, so I can support my family, friends, and those around me. I'm a loving husband who encourages my wife to be her best self. I'm a dad of two wonderful kids who is jointly responsible for raising them to be interdependent adults. And I lead from the heart and am authentic, altruistic, and active. A man who leads a life of adventure and lifelong learning and growth. I am fully alive. So I know what you're thinking. Yeah. I want to be Superman sitting on piles of cash in 10 years, but I'm not there either. So who are you today? The unfortunate reality is that my faith does not define me. And I haven't acted on my passion for trailblazing a better way of life until now. Putting this together is a big swing for me. My health is not great for 30. I had a double knee surgery 10 years ago and honestly never recovered. I'm super grateful to have a wonderful wife, but I could be a better husband. My role as dad is probably the one area where I'm on track to my vision. Dad has been one of the most challenging, but also the most rewarding roles I've played in life. So for the last part, the lead from the heart, authentic, altruistic, active, and so on, I'm probably just dipping my toe in the water there, to be honest with you. We're just coming out of the exhaustion of the baby phase with our daughter turning 1 a couple months ago, but also because my dreams have been buried down deep and I can feel them starting to come up to the surface again. So there is a gap between where I am today and where I want to be in 10 years. Visioning is probably a good topic we'll cover in the future, but for this conversation, where do we start? Where did this all come from? For me, this vision, this conversation, and the dialogue in my head over the last few years has been centered around, am I a man? In some cultures, the question's answered for a boy. A boy leaves a village to complete a task or ritual, and upon completing the task, he returns to the village a man. I've heard of some folks holding certain rites of passage events for their sons, but largely in Western cultures, the boy is left to answer that question on their own. You graduate from high school or college. Are you a man now? Maybe. You get a full-time job with benefits. Got your resume ready, go land the job. Are you a man now? Maybe. Beyond that, so you get married. Are you a man? I don't know. You have sex? Maybe. Buy a house? Maybe. Have kids? You get the point here. I did all the above and still didn't have an answer to the question, so I took the next logical step. I bought the things a man should have, the things I dreamed of owning as a boy. I bought a truck with a V8. Am I a man now? I don't know. I love that sound, but it definitely doesn't answer the question. So you buy a truck, and then maybe you should buy a tractor. I love the smell of diesel, but am I a man now? I don't really know. Pick up a chainsaw? Maybe. Buy a boat? Maybe. So I did all the above, and I still couldn't answer the question. And while these things all brought me joy, none of them answered the question, am I a man? And luckily I ran out of ideas and money about the same time. I knew I had to take a different approach. Remember, we're here to reawaken and redefine masculinity. Oxford defines masculinity as the qualities or attributes regarded as characteristic of men. Got it. So still, what is a man? I'm not talking anatomically or physically, but what separates a man from a boy? Is it a skill set, a milestone in life, a set of characteristics, a beard? So let's wrap up on these two questions this week. First, and this one's just for you, Are you a boy or a man? Really reflect on it. I know a lot of people struggle with this, and it's something worth digging into. So look at yourself in the mirror. What do you see? A boy or a man? Second, and I'd love for you to share your thoughts in the comments section, what is a man? How is a man different than a boy? How do you know you've made it to become a man? I think it's a pretty fundamental question we need to answer as we align our compasses to reawaken and redefine masculinity together. So once again, please provide your thoughts in the comment section of this video and subscribe if you'd like to be part of the journey. Each week, we'll take a step closer to becoming the men the world needs us to be. On all fronts, we're not going to give up, even if the next step feels impossible. We will become the men we see in our 10-year visions, men who are not afraid to swing big. Thank you.